So the other day, I was in the gym, and when I was almost done the workout, I just went for a quick cardio session, and it was nothing crazy at all. Like it was just a little jog, and it was like for 10 minutes. And so basically, when I went on the treadmill, I was beside this guy, and he looked like he was around like 45, maybe 50 years old. Honestly, close to there. At least that's what he looked like. And so basically, when I hopped off, he was around like 50 minutes to an hour into his run. And he was running at a good pace, at least at that time, right? Like it looked like at least a 6 minute per kilometer pace. And like big ups to him if he held it for the hour. And when I was on the workout, I went to change, and then I went to a class or something. And then when I was done that class, I saw some friends. Maybe I had a class or something, but I was gone for an hour. And then I was gonna go home. So I came down the stairs, and from the stairs you could see the gym, right? And so an hour later, right, came down the stairs, he was still there doing the same exact pace. And so basically he was there for a minimum of 2 hours. I don't know if he stayed for longer or not. For 2 hours he was there just running at that crazy pace. And bro, honestly, that moment like opened my eyes, because I was like, this guy who's like at least twice my age, he can run better and faster than me and longer than me, right? And I found that crazy because, when you picture, people getting old, it's like, oh, they just get weaker. Because at least when I think about it, I just think that, yeah, when you get past like 35 years old, like your body basically just starts shutting down slowly, and you're not the same at all. Like you just basically decline at a pretty crazy rate. But then when you look online, you see those like crazy 50-year-olds running ultra marathons, and use David Goggins at like 42 years old, and it's like, never mind. Because let's say that guy has been running for like 30 years now, right? Or 20 years, let's say. Why would he lose all his ability if he's just been working out for 20 years straight? Like realistically, he should be pretty much close to his peak, if not at least maintaining a really good level. And yeah, that instance just made me think that, we never really have an excuse for when we don't do something, or when we do something that's not good for us. As in, like, if you're broke, you can still learn how to make money, right? If you're fat, you can still learn how to lose weight, and you can still do it. It's not that hard. And if you're skinny, then you can still learn how to actually gain weight and go to the gym and just stick to your diet and eat more until you're full. And especially in our world, in most areas of the world, you can pretty much do anything, no matter who you are. And that's most cases. I know there's some exceptions. And you know what? Let's say you are the exception, right? Let's say you're just, I don't know, you're in some country that, because they're so racist and this and that, and the socio-economic inequality is so bad, and your chances and opportunities are just really low, and you can never make it out, right? Let's say that was actually the case, right? I still think that it's bad to have that mentality, because how is that mentality ever going to serve you? Even if you are the exception, even if you can statistically never make it, you can never become successful, you can never hit your goals and do the things that you want to do. Let's say even if your chances of success are 1%, 2%, that's so better than zero. If you have the mentality of like, oh, everyone's racist or something, or no, like my country's just so like unfair and stuff, right? Then that means your chances of success are 0%, because you will believe what you tell yourself, right? And that makes sense. If you tell yourself you're this and that, then you are this and that. If you tell yourself life isn't fair, then yes, life isn't fair. It's very similar to this one concept that I heard a few weeks ago, where it was like, if you think that God is always angry at you and is full of wrath and is not happy with what you're doing in your life, then that is the case. That is the case. But if you think that God is merciful and God will forgive your sins and this and that, then that is also true. And so what you think, what you convince yourself, kind of manifests itself into reality. Because if you tell yourself that, oh, life isn't fair, it's really hard to lose weight. It's just genetics. Like I'm just born to be. I'm just I'm not born to have a six pack or something. It's my biology and stuff. It's my genes and my gene expression and phenotype. Then you know what? You're probably never gonna lose that much weight to actually get a six pack, because you don't think it's possible. You basically just told yourself, no, it's not possible. It's my genetics. But if you convince yourself that it is true, even though it might be hard, let's say I don't even know if the case is. The thing is, I don't even know if this exists or not. It probably does at some level, right? But let's say your genetics just mean that it's harder for you to lose weight and stay lean all year round than the average person, right? Maybe that is the case, but it's still possible. And so you basically just convince yourself that it's easier than it actually is. Then you might just be able to convince yourself enough to actually get to the point where you're lean all year round. And so why would you not take the chance of actually hitting your goals? Do you not want to hit your goals? Or do you just want to make an excuse so that you never feel guilt and shame about not hitting your goals? Is it just a coping mechanism and a way out for you so that you never actually hold yourself accountable and so that you never feel responsible for what you do with your life? And so just give that a thought before you finish watching this video. Think about every single thing that you're doing in your life and if you're succeeding in that aspect currently or not. And if not, think about it. Are you holding yourself accountable enough? Or are you saying, I'm just not smart enough, like these kids went to like private school when they were younger and so they have a better foundation and stuff. You know what? That might be the case. But if that's the mentality you're going in with, you're never going to win. Why not at least go in with a winning mentality so that there is a chance you might win? Let's say you're going to like hit a PR, right? If you're thinking to yourself, oh, it's too heavy, I'm not going to lift it. You're never going to lift it. You're never going to lift it. But if you go in with a mentality that, this is easy, I got this, bro, easy. Like, they're asking only for 1 rep, bro, I'll give them 3. Maybe you just convince yourself and your brain to push that 1 extra bit that was enough to actually hit the PR. It's not magic. It's just mentality. And so every time you see yourself creating that losing mentality in yourself, in anything that you do, make sure just eliminate that. Think about why you're doing it. Realistically, most of the time is because, you don't feel emotionally stable at the time, and you don't want to feel the guilt and the shame. You just want to feel good about yourself, and you don't want to take responsibility, right? That's most of the time. And so, yeah, think about why you're doing it and just eliminate it. Replace it with a winning mentality and see how that actually serves you better. If it doesn't, you can come back to this video and flame me all you want.